Morning, folks. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. It was kind of like early September weekend, and it's supposed to continue for a couple of days. So get out, but not in groups. Get out, but not in groups. And enjoy the weather. So one of the questions that have come in, of course, is are we going to do testing for family members, the antigen testing during the Thanksgiving week, and for family members that are coming in to spend some time with their loved ones? The answer is yes. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I mean, I'll be honest and say I'm discouraging people from gathering in groups during the holidays, but you have to make your own decisions there. But so for folks that want to come and stay overnight here at Canterbury Woods, we are going to be doing testing around the Thanksgiving holiday. So I can tell you that with Thanksgiving being on Thursday the 26th of this month, we are going to do antigen testing for family members that want to come in. We're going to do it on Wednesday the 25th at both sites. Chances are we're going to have times available all day at both here in Williamsville and at Gates Circle. I will have much more information to come on this. Either I'm going to put it out in a memo later today. I certainly will talk about it in detail on Wednesday. But if you're planning out there, we will have antigen testing available all day at both sites on the 25th, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We won't be antigen testing Thanksgiving Day. We will also have antigen testing available at both sites all day on that Friday, which is the 27th. So for folks that want to stay through Thanksgiving and through the weekend, because we mandate that you have to get it every 48 hours, that would work out. Excuse me a second. So again, we are planning on having antigen testing available for family members, loved ones that want to come in and spend overnight time here in Canterbury Woods, both here and at Gates Circle, all day on Wednesday the 25th, and all day on Friday the 27th. Much more information to come in terms of the time frames of all day, what that testing means. Probably like a 9 to 5, and people calling in to set up appointments on both of those days. So stay tuned for that, but I wanted to put that out there. Now, I'll keep this in mind though, for anybody coming from out of state. That is on top of what you have to do to come in from out of state. So, just to take us a step back with the new clarifications from the state of New York, you have to, in order to come into New York State and stay for any length of time, you have to be tested, have a test within 3 days of coming in, a negative test. You have to quarantine for 3 days once you get here, and get another day, a negative test on day 4. Now you can use that antigen test that you would get normally somewhere else. You can use that antigen test that you get here at Canterbury Woods as your day 4 negative test, as your second test. So if you come in and you plan to get tested on that Wednesday, you can use that as your day 4 negative test. So keep that in mind. We'll try to clarify that in writing as well. A few other things today. So, we see what's happening with COVID numbers locally. They're going up exponentially, folks. And so all I say to that is continue to wear your masks inside the facility, outside the facility. If you're going inside anywhere, continue, please, 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 to wear your masks. Let's not get complacent. It's going into the middle of November. This is going to be with us for several more months. Here we are almost just about 9 months in, folks, and we still haven't had a case throughout anywhere in Canterbury Woods with our residents. So I say that because it's true. I also say that to hopefully continue to keep people inspired that we want to keep that positive momentum, but it's going to get tougher. It's just going to get tougher. And, we're kind of back to where we were March, April, May with the amount of cases. They've spiked up to a higher than 5% positivity rate in Western New York. Please, masks, social distance, limit your outside trips. Limit the amount of visitors you're getting, at least for a short time. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Let's continue to do what we can. At this point, we're planning on keeping everything in place that we're doing, the dining, the fitness classes. If you remember back in March, April, May, we actually removed the furniture from the common areas. I have no immediate plans to do that either, but as I've talked about, if we get a positive case or cases, we will immediately stop dining for a period of time, stop fitness classes for a period of time, and probably remove furniture. It just kind of is what it is, so that we can make sure that we are absolutely positively containing any spread should we get a positive case. And that's in independent living. Again, in the healthcare center, again, what happens there is when we get a positive case of either a staff member, so whether a staff member is working in assisted or skilled nursing, we just reiterate, we do 180 of our own tests every single week. We've been doing that since, I believe, late May, early June. If just one of those folks has direct care, is regularly in the nursing home or assisted living tests positive, then we have to shut down visitation for 14 days. So please keep that in mind. We've been one of the few nursing homes, healthcare centers throughout New York State that have been able to have visitation starting day one when it was allowed again, all the way up till now. We've been very, very fortunate. We really want that to continue. But if we have a positive case, staff member or resident, we have to stop visitation for at least 14 days, and then we have to monitor and make sure that everybody tests negative going forward and so on. So just the realities of what we continue to be up against. Some of you may have seen the news this morning that Pfizer, one of the companies that is producing one of the vaccines, has produced extremely favorable results with their vaccine. What I read is 90% effective. So that is actually one of the vaccines that you've heard me talk about over the last couple of weeks that we are preparing to potentially receive and have been directed to prepare to receive by New York State Department of Health. So we've had to put plans in place and currently are doing that to possibly receive doses, and that's one of the vaccine, by the end of November, early December. And I'll continue to update folks on how that progresses. We've actually ordered 1,000 doses of vaccine, and there's no guarantee that we're going to get 1,000 initially, but because we're in the aging services long-term field, we are going to get a lot. We as in, or any other nursing home, aging services provider throughout the country are first on the list. So much more to come on that. Certainly great news today about the specific Pfizer vaccine. Let's hope. Let's hope that that's what happens and it's extremely effective, and we can continue to move forward. So thanks everybody, and I will be back here on Wednesday.